Assalamu alaikum, shalom, shalom, hotep, Islam, alafia, peace, peace. What's going on, family? Man, we have a very special guest in the building today. Um, and she is very, very, very powerful. Before I start though, if you've seen any of my videos, if you're here for the first time, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, you hit the notification bell, and let's run those numbers up. All right? All right, so SheKnow began
Yes.
her entrepreneurship began her entrepreneurship journey in 1994, and she became a co-owner of Myra Max Salon. And in 2001, she opened the first all-natural hair salon in Essex County, Irvington, New Jersey. Her mission was to style, treat, and teach healthy, natural hair care through plant-based nutrition and chemical-free hair styling. She now opened her second DPT unisex location on Central Ave in Newark, New Jersey in 2013 and retired in 2015 and went into her second career of establishing her 3 vegan restaurants: Blueberry Cafe Vegan Grill, the Zucchini Bar Vegan Treats, and AquaFit Water Bar. Welcome, beloved. Welcome.
Peace, 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 and love. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you for accepting the invitation.
Yes, you were one of the greats, so I
Yes.
had to.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. Feeling
Awesome.
amazing.
Awesome. That's what's up.
How about yourself?
I'm feeling well.
That's good.
Feeling well.
That's good.
All right, so let's start it off. Tell us about your upbringing. What was that like?
Well, my upbringing, I'm from Summit, New Jersey. I grew up in East Orange / Irvington. And then I would say my now years in Newark, New Jersey. I'm number 7 of 8 children from my mother's side. And I was born vegan, as you can see on my shirt.
Right.
My mom said I just wouldn't eat meat or I couldn't consume dairy products, not even her milk. So back then they had me on something called Soylac. So yeah, I just came here different. So
Right.
my upbringing, I always was that different kid, that weird kid, but the beauty of it is that I was able to read and write thoroughly at a very young age, write poetry at a very young age. And yeah, so I guess being born vegan led me to the path to where I am right now.
Indeed, indeed. So now, did your mom also have a vegan pregnancy?
No,
Okay.
they weren't vegan
Wow.
at all.
Okay.
No, oxtails, all
Right.
that. Yeah, I just came here that way.
Right. So now, did you have any vegan pregnancies with your sons and daughters?
Yeah, I was vegan.
Okay. And so, what was that like?
Normal. It's just back then I would eat different pastas and stuff that I would now, as of the last maybe 12, 13 years. My diet has been completely different. But I mean, I ate everything everybody else ate. Spaghetti, with I didn't need the meat in it, but I had the peppers, onions,
Right.
basil,
Right.
it was lit.
Right.
So I didn't miss a beat. Italian cheeseburgers, just the bread, the burger, the mustard, ketchup, stuff like that. So
Right. So now, before the vegan restaurants that was established, you was in the hair salon business. Why you decided to leave that?
well, I didn't leave it because it's
Okay.
still in my heart, right?
Okay.
But after a while of doing the same thing over again, your body's gonna get wear and tear. So I didn't want the wear and tear that I saw my elders get, and they all had to get like carpal tunnel surgery and all types of stuff like that. So I didn't want it. Plus, I was actually tired of touching people
Wow.
in that
Okay.
space. I mean, literally, I just wanted to regain all my power back in that moment and just do something different.
Okay. So what's like a couple of things that you learned in the hair salon business?
Well, so I've been braiding hair literally since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
I had to do my sister's hair when I was 7, 8 years old. I was that girl on the porch with the extension cord, with the clippers, cutting people in school, middle school, high school's hair. So doing hair is a gift to me, and it's in my family lineage that we all do hair, cook, sew, music, stuff like that. So what I learned through hair was that everything that's going on within you and outside of you shows up in your hair.
Mm.
Yeah, by the time your hair is affected by whatever your emotions are, whatever you've been going through, there's a lot going on in your body. There's a lot going on in your, your spear, so hair was more healing for me than anything, and because being born vegan, I would say they didn't even have that word back then, by the way. But being a plant-based diet, it always caused me to study and to look. So I was always into minerals and nutrition and, teaching people that you have to grow your hair from the inside out, and stop releasing so many hormones, stress hormones, because that's going to take out not just your hair, but it's going to take out the person as well. So, so through hair was one of the biggest leaders of health for me.
So now, growing up vegan, right, did you experience any, I guess, like, quote unquote, bullying, any discrimination because you didn't eat like the popular group of students, right? Was you like outcasted? Things of that nature?
Yeah, no, never that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, first and foremost, I would have never been able to be bullied.
Right.
Yeah, I had a lot of love for myself my whole life, so that wasn't happening. Actually, in fact, 4'11" now, I was probably much smaller, but I would always take up for the kids who were getting bullies, like the Haitian kids that were in the school, or, people that their mom couldn't afford, those type of clothes, and I would stand up and take up for them. So bullying is not an option. But outcasted, no. I just knew that it was for me, So however people would laugh, like when my father would take me to McDonald's and order me a hamburger, Happy Meal, no burger, stuff like that. They would laugh, and I could see the workers and everybody chit chattering and stuff like that. So no, I mean I was always cool with it,
Okay.
Yeah.
And people was cool with it, like, for the most part?
They didn't understand, or they didn't understand at the time. And I pretty much watched the world change, but it was always, she can't have that cake, she can't have this, she can't have that. But for the most part, my mom was great. She supplied me with what I needed. So I had my lunch, I had my lunch box, I had my little whatever it was that I ate, raisins, or you go to birthday parties. I was cool with not having the cake. It didn't really tempt me at the time anyway. My mom would make stuff at home for me. So
Indeed. That's dope, because, like, I don't know too many, like, young people that has so much discipline in that area of going to a party and, not eating, and being okay with not eating until you go home and eat, or whatever the case is. So, like, just that discipline and structure is, like, powerful for a young person to have, first and foremost.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And I mean, that's back in the 70s,
Wow.
We understood delayed gratification. We didn't have to have that instant like, or that instant, we understood that. We understood it and overstood it.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. So from the hair salon business, you venture off into the vegan restaurant business. What made you want to establish Blueberry Cafe?
Well, part one, my family, my children, Mama, you got to open a restaurant. You got to open a restaurant. But mainly because, like, I was always cooking for my clients, showing different vegan dishes. Every now and then I would have, like, food in the shop, and smoothie day. Sometimes I would do juice bar day, and my whole existence in doing hair was telling people what to eat. So why not give it to them?
Right.
Yeah. And Blueberry Cafe also, because when I was doing hair, I came to Central Avenue. Zucchini Bar used to be Doobie Splats and Twists too. Yeah,
which is your old
hair salon, right?
Right. Okay.
So it was open when I opened Blueberry Cafe. That was my time to retire. I left it to my daughter until she didn't want to do it anymore.
So your daughter did hair as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Just following in your footsteps.
Yeah, absolutely. She do hair. She cook. Yeah.
Wow. And now she works with you, with your businesses.
Absolutely.
And so forth.
Yes,
That's
does.
awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So now you talk about generational wealth, right? Because she's actually in the business, and hopefully you can leave her some businesses, or she can even branch off and start her own thing, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about that. What is that like, to be able to basically have a protege, have an apprentice of some sort, and being able to teach her, mold her, of being a businesswoman.
Right. So I actually have 3 of them. I have 3 children, and they all work for the businesses. Each and every one of them. My oldest son is 35, and I think other than maybe
He's in
high
PA,
school,
right?
Yeah, he's in PA.
Yeah.
Yep. other than him maybe working at McDonald's when he was in high school for a couple of weeks because he was a natural boss. He couldn't, do it. And I think he might have had a warehouse job for a week or two. But for the most part, he's worked for the family business this whole time. He's even opened his own in Pennsylvania, him and his wife. And my other son, he cooks. He runs the Zucchini Bar.
Okay.
My daughter, that's Joe, Chef Joe.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, you know Chef Joe?
Yeah.
Chef Joe. That's my son. Yep. So he cooks, runs the business. Anthony used to do the payroll from probably age 13. So they grew up in the shop, wherever we are, they grew up in business, and I've been teaching economic structure, by way of example.
So not only is Blueberry, I can't talk today, Blueberry Cafe is a vegan restaurant, it's also a family business.
It's also a family business.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
That's dope. So from Blueberry Cafe comes the Zucchini Bar.
Yeah.
Right? And so what decided you to open up another vegan restaurant?
So what happened was when we opened Blueberry, we opened with these zucchini muffins. Okay. Right? And Blueberry is all but 600 square feet, 700 square feet. So people would be demanding these muffins. We couldn't really store them the way we wanted to. So I was ready to retire. And I was like, hey, and I'm a foodie too. Don't let the plant-based thing, So I was like, we should open up a vegan dessert bar and call it the Zucchini Bar. Then we got more space for the zucchini muffins. Right. So that's how, hence, the Zucchini Bar came about because of the zucchini muffins. And just wanting to have more space for other things and treats and desserts, stuff that we wanted. Yeah, we're like, hey, hold up. Right. So, so that's how that pretty much came about. But then Zucchini Bar, we used to do pancakes. And then we'd be like, oh, we got this little fennel hash. Let's try to throw that out there, different things. And now it has a full-blown food menu. And it wasn't just supposed to be desserts.
Wow. That's dope. That's dope. Good. So now from Zucchini Bar, you have another business, AquaFit.
AquaFit. So that's the other thing. Yeah. So AquaFit. Wow. So we used to have, before we opened Blueberry, we had put in filtration systems because I was not going to open up a restaurant without clean water. So we had clean water. So we would allow people to come in and fill up their jugs of water. Again, little tiny spot, it got overwhelming. So the Boost Mobile store was leaving. I was like, hey, we should open up a water bar so now people could get the water. So put all real copper pipes, not that PVC pipes in the thing, and we set it up and we created the water bar.
So is that more expensive, the copper pipes?
Now, yeah, and people don't want to do it.
Right.
Yeah, they're lazy.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't want to do that anymore, but you want to put copper pipes in.
Because that's like healthy yellow, right?
It's a little all the way. You don't want, it's still plastic. You don't want to do that. I mean, at least they're making use of the plastic, in a long-term way, but it's best to just use copper.
Yeah. And I seen also recently that you posted on Blueberry Cafe's IG page that you sell alkaline ice. I never knew there was any sort of thing like that.
Yeah, spring water ice. And we wanted to, when we opened up AquaFit initially, which is something we're going to implement in 2024, alkaline ice. You can get the pH ice that you want to get. Yeah, so I'm just going to put a little ice machine in there. And do it like that. Dope. But this is pure mountain spring water ice, and it's right in Whole Foods. It's been there. But again, we can't serve you tap water ice, even though we could freeze our ice, but it's a little small, space. So, And
you also sell food in AquaFit as well?
AquaFit, well, not at this time. Okay. Because it really was opened up. I met my now husband, Alan Watson, in Blueberry, actually. Okay. And he does fitness training, so when I was going to open a water bar, it just made sense to add the fitness to it, to the front. So now we got an overall all wellness space.
Right. All on one block.
All on one block.
All on one block.
All on one block.
Man.
Yeah.
And now you have an ice cream shop.
So
ice cream store, right?
Right. So Magic Cones Ice Cream was a gift from me to my staff. Because my staff has been with me for a very, very long time. And, they rocked with us through, the pandemic. They rocked, they just rocked out with us all the way hard, and they've been with us and they've been loyal and they're great souls. So I decided to put them in business, to build them a business of their own. So that's what the ice cream parlor was, a gift from me to them. Yeah.
Now, being a serial entrepreneur and businesswoman, how do you keep up with all of these businesses?
Well, that's my oldest son, Anthony. And, pretty much, my partner, Janice in Blueberry Cafe, he's amazing,
Yeah, shout out to
amazing.
Janice.
The chemistry is so beautiful because we balance each other on our responsibilities. So I do what I'm really good at. I mean, I cook too, but he does what he's really good
Right.
at. And there's just a harmonious balance.
Right.
Same thing with my son in Zucchini Bar, it just does what it is. And then my oldest son is in the background, holding everything together like the glue. Yeah.
So again, this is family oriented, a
Yeah.
family business. Everyone has their niche. Everyone has their role that they play, and it flows and it comes together pretty well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we also have a new one too on Clinton Avenue,
What's the name of that?
Plants and Poets Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's more social
Yeah, it's small.
mingling.
It's small. It's an
Okay.
art gallery.
Okay.
And it's dedicated to Rodney Gilbert and Jerry Gant, two artists that transitioned in Newark. They detoxed together. I don't know if you ever seen that graffiti around the walls, but
Okay.
yeah. So those were two big art moguls that made it possible for artists to get paid while they're putting up their murals. So the building is dedicated to them. So
Awesome.
yeah, we won a bid and we're in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what's the difference between, because there's, vegan is like it now, right? It's very trendy, right? Everyone wants to become vegan, which is good. They want to live a healthier lifestyle, which is good. We're at the beginning of the year, so everyone wants to change their eating habits,
Yeah.
change their diet, and so forth. But let's define these terms. Okay, so what is vegan? 1 and 2, what is alkaline plant-based? Because you hear those two words a lot.
Yeah.
Is it one and the same?
Yeah, because they got me saying vegan now. Before, like I said, that word vegan didn't even exist.
Right.
I never heard of it until probably 2001, 2, something like that, to be honest with you.
Over 20 years ago.
Yeah, probably like around then. I never heard of it because I just was, so I never heard of it like that. So you said the difference between
Alkaline, plant-based, and being vegan. Or is it one and the same?
So, nah.
Okay.
A lot of people will say that too.
Right.
Because I've had a wife come in and say, looking at the menu, she said, I'm alkaline, my husband's vegan.
Oh.
Yeah, so I understood what she meant by what she was saying, that she's basically saying, look, I want to eat these certain ingredients that are in the alkaline family. So a lot of people are following a list from Dr. Sebi.
Right.
And so that's what she meant by what she's saying. He'll eat whatever, as long as it's vegan, as long as it's not animal, I guess he'll eat whatever. For me, when we say the term alkaline, I don't look at it as like a noun. It's more like a verb to me. It's like a conversion that happens when you eat something. Sometimes you can eat a fruit that is acidic, and when it hits your stomach acid, it becomes alkaline. So it's a conversion. It's something that's happening. It's fluids and juices, chemicals that are making, So when I talk about alkaline, that's the way I like to speak of it. I think we should be more educated on knowing what food does when it comes through your body. How does it get down there? Right. What's happening? Pay attention more to that than pointing out certain food and food groups, because alkaline is more than just food groups. Yeah.
Okay.
And then plant-based vegan would be you don't consume any eggs, cheese, dairy, any of those things. Yeah.
That's
Yeast.
being vegan.
Yeah, and then when it's just where you grow and you elevate. You may want to take yeast out your diet.
Right.
You may want to take, added ascorbic acids and stuff into your food. You want to take those things out of your diet. You want to just eat as raw and plain and pure as natural. Yeah, I don't really subscribe to a lot of the controversy, because we live it. It's like we set this space here for you, and then people come in like, what's in that? What's in this?
Right.
What's in that? Treating us like we're doing something wrong. And,
well, I understand that, because I do that to other businesses, because some businesses lie, right?
Oh.
They say that this is 100% vegan, and then you look at the ingredients and you find dairy in it.
Oh.
You find these, oil or non-vegan oil that they use, right? Avocado oil they don't use, grapeseed oil they don't use, right? And then you're like, wait, I thought this is vegan, right? So non-GMO, like all of that. Like they lie and they put it on their label so that they can get your money.
Yeah.
So I understand that part from a consumer standpoint. Like you have to be sure that this is vegan.
Yeah. And you know, we get that so much, you know, because again, we created that space to be that for the community. We created that space for that demographic because we were that demographic. Even though you're plant-based, we couldn't still just go to any vegan restaurant because we don't eat a lot of the things that they have. We don't eat the tempeh. We're not eating the soy, the seitan. Right. You know, we don't want things made with canola oil and stuff like that. Right. So it's very important that a lot of the restaurants become educated on certain oils, but you know how much avocado oil costs, right?
A lot. What? I mean, I still use it.
Right. No, you would, right? We do too. Yeah. But I'm saying a lot of places like that, the cost on that, they're used to buying big bulk of cheap stuff, you know, and sugar.
Vegetable
oils and palm oil, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we put our 100 foot forward because this is the way we eat and the way we live. Right. So we established this for that community. We don't appreciate what's in this, what's in that, what's in this, what's in that, because we initiated it. A lot of people weren't even there yet, you know, and we awakened them to that lifestyle. So, you know, but I understand what you're saying, but yeah, it's just a little etiquette. You know, we get it all day on the phone. You know, we're trying. You know, it's just all day.
Yeah, I get that too. Awesome. So you mentioned Dr. Sebi, right? Mm-hmm. How influential was or is Dr. Sebi for this establishment of Blueberry Cafe? Extremely.
Well, you know, because we knew where we were, you know, in sort of placement in our demographic, right? And we knew, especially at that time, people need healing. They need to heal their bodies. And they need to be able to walk into a space and grab something that will give you cellular benefit in that moment. So Dr. Sebi, I found Dr. Sebi in 2008. My cousin's husband was sick. And one of my clients I was doing hair, she said, hey, look at this guy, Dr. Sebi. And I did. And it changed my life from that moment because I was vegan. Well, plant-based because it's a vegan thing. But I was like always skating around like 180, 190. And people would always be like, how? You look like you eat meat? Because I was, you know, 48, triple D, you know, all of that. So, but it was just because of the sugared up pastas and different things that, you know, I was eating. Yeah. So once I did the Sebi diet, I immediately just came back down to high school size, just right back down to, you know, I saw the results. I saw it, you know, I saw how it made me feel. And I just became an advocate of it. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. And so what is the Sebi diet for people who don't know?
Well, I don't think Sebi actually gave an actual recipe of a diet, you know.
Well, like what to eat, what not to eat.
Yeah, because the list that we had back then is different than the list that I see that's now. Wow, okay. So I wouldn't want to misquote Dr. Sebi. Okay. You know, there's a lot of information on YouTube and different places that you can look up and find, you know, his list and pull up the list. But I would recommend going to the first list as well. Don't just go by the list that you see.
I didn't know there was many lists out there.
Well, I know of two.
Okay.
I know of two. Okay. Yeah. So
cool. Well, yeah, shout out to Dr. Sebi.
Absolutely. Much love.
Great ancestor.
Much love.
May the Most High, you know, be with you. Your spirit and your energy lives on, brother.
Absolutely.
So other than Dr. Sebi, were there any other, I guess, like health advocates or health nutritionists that you look up to and you get your information from?
Well, in a period of time, like when I ate a certain way, Dr. Layla Africa, and I probably was about 17, 18. Yeah, back then. Yeah, I would say Dr. Africa. And, you know, I studied a lot. So on all types of subjects. And Wicca was one of them. And when I found Wicca, the first time I had a Wicca book, I thought it was like, oh my God, this spooky book. But the entire book was about herbs. And it was about all these recipes. And, you know, you get the cauldron and, you know, and how to plant and how to grow and different things like that. So I found, I learned through a lot of different ways, a lot of different book studies.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Things that just came to me.
Yeah. I like that because you get to, you know, first of all, you're like open-minded, right? Some people like, especially like those who study Dr. Sebi, they only study Dr.
I
Sebi and
understand.
then that's it,
Yeah.
right? So at least, you know, you have an open mind where you have a little bit of Dr. Laila Africa, you know, he's an ancestor now as
Yeah,
well.
thanks.
So whatever he was teaching, you have some of that. Dr. Sebi, you have some of that, right? Whether it be Queen of Four, you know, in her program, you can get some of that.
Absolutely, sure did.
Joel Pokrum, right? You can get some of that, and all of these other health advocates, because they all have something to grasp from,
Right.
right? And you all can learn something from those very powerful individuals.
Yeah, and the beauty of it for me was that I have that same innate gift. So I was natural with the herbs. I was natural with the things and concoctions. Like I can just think of something, somebody tell me something's wrong, and I could just think of something, boom, 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 and voila, there it is. And they're like, yo, right now I feel better.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So that was a gift too. But yeah. So
Wow. Well,
just,
speaking of herbs,
oh yeah.
I have here soursop. I got this from my auntie and I'm from Trinidad, straight from our backyard in Trinidad. So big up to the Trini massive,
Yes,
Trini
yes.
to the bone. Your father from Trinidad, right?
Yes, he is. Yes, he
yes. So
is.
Trini to the bone.
Yo,
So yeah,
Trini
this
to the
is
bone.
soursop leaves. And these are herbs. So take a smell, beloved, and let me know what that smell like.
Mother Earth.
Right? Mother
Yes.
Earth, dirt,
Earth,
right?
yes.
Because straight from the trees, straight from the earth. And tell the people, what is soursop?
Soursop is an amazing powerhouse antioxidant. It's definitely something that you should consume in your diet as often as you can. Soursop season, we're on it. We have them at Blueberry Cafe. But soursop would be something of I would just
A
say,
superfood.
yeah, superfood powerhouse.
yeah.
I know we were just talking a
Right,
little while ago,
right.
and yeah, you know,
And it's good to prevent or to cure cancer, which is very powerful.
Yeah.
Right. And this is what Dr. Sebi was speaking about, right? Curing AIDS and just curing any disease that you have in your body, right? And he spoke about disease, right? Dis-ease, right? Having a dis-ease in
Right.
your body.
right,
It is one of just mucus, right? Of that being in your body, which gets you sick, which, you know, gets you to be not in your natural state of being.
right,
And this soursop in so many, which is native to the Americas and the
yeah.
Caribbean.
Absolutely.
So you can get this, you know, again, straight from the earth. Or if you don't have a house, if you don't have a garden, you can get it from health food stores like Blueberry Cafe and
Yeah.
so forth.
Food for niggas also. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, so definitely, you know, if you're looking for soursop, if you're looking to, you know, cure yourself, definitely go to Blueberry Cafe or any other Corona store also.
Oh,
That's the next
absolutely.
one
Absolutely.
in Newark,
Corona
right?
Health was so, that's why I met
thought
Janice.
right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah, he
yeah.
told me. I just thought about that. So
Yeah.
awesome. So let's play a quick game, right? It's
Okay.
going to be this or that,
Okay.
right? So I have a few. So cantaloupe or watermelon?
Watermelon.
Okay. Why?
I'm big into hydration.
Okay.
Yeah, I like stuff that just gives me fluid. Yeah, I just like fluid. Yeah.
Okay. Quinoa or wild black rice?
Wild black rice.
Avocado or banana?
Avocado.
I like avocado too. Soursop or goji berries?
Ooh. I would say for myself, I eat pretty healthy. I'd probably go with the soursop. It's so yummy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you actually eat the fruit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
Well,
I
this
know
is
that
a lot
is
of
juice.
seeds. Yeah, that's what made me think like
right. Some
yeah.
people juice it as well.
Yeah.
Or you can get the leaves.
Yeah, well the tea. I make tea
Right,
out
the
of
tea.
it.
Yeah. Right. One more. Raspberries or blackberries?
Raspberries.
Raspberry. Yeah. Because it's kind of sweeter.
Yeah, they're a little tart. They're a
Yeah.
little tart to me. Yeah, but I love my avocado.
Yeah.
Then my raspberries. Or
Right.
sometimes I mix it up together. But
Right.
yeah, I love that together.
Awesome. So what kind of health books do you have in your library?
Right now, health books, none.
Okay.
None.
So all that is just coming from the top.
I'm I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back into studies, but I did a lot of studying when I was young.
Okay.
I did a lot of research studying, over the years, and now everything in life for me is an applied science.
Mm.
I want to apply it,
Right.
and at the same time, you always have to have room for your own divine connection and the things that are coming through for you to bring to
Indeed.
the planet.
Right, indeed. Well, speaking of books, I also have some health books
I
here.
see that one on top.
So we have Alkaline Herbal Medicine.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes.
A lot of
and-
recipes.
Yeah, we're going to speak about him in a moment. And we have By Any Means Necessary.
Nice.
We have Home Remedies, a practical guide, which is great. You don't need to go to the doctor every month, right? You can, there's a lot of home remedies that can cure you and make you feel better just in the comfort of your own home,
Absolutely.
right? Then we have Heal Thyself, a natural living cookbook. This is a classic. We have The Grape Cure. I don't know if
I
you,
saw that
right?
before.
The
Yeah.
Grape
Mhm.
Cure.
Yeah.
This person, the author, she cured herself from cancer just by eating grapes
Mhm.
and being on a fast.
Yeah, I got that book
Right?
from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. Then we have Alkaline plant-based diet as well.
Yep.
So as you said earlier, just, not only reading, but applying. That's our motto. DTR 360 Books motto is applied knowledge is true power.
Right.
A lot of people like to say knowledge is power, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't apply it
you
and
don't apply
execute
it,
it. It's
right.
just there. Like it wouldn't mean anything if I just have these books and read it.
Right.
So what good is it?
Right.
So you need to apply it to your daily life and make sure that it benefits you and the people around you.
Absolutely.
That's how you gain the power
Yes.
from this knowledge, right? And so you said that these, the book, the author, you actually bought these books and you used to give it out.
With this one, the
This
first
one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. And we had it as a handbook in the Zucchini Bar for the staff so they can get familiar with the terms and language that the alkaline community will be coming in there asking them. Yeah. And then there's a lot of recipes in here.
Yes.
A lot of good recipes. And for anyone that's into making or looking to learn to make capsules, for yourself or your family or create a business, this is a good reference guide to check out.
Yes, and you can get these books on DTR360books.com.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So a few more questions. Is there any other businesses down the road that you're looking to get into?
Well, at this time, I think I have a lot of projects that I'm about to release and wrap up. I write films, so I'm wrapping up a film.
Okay.
Yeah, get ready to wrap that up, put that one out, and there's a couple of them that I'm about to wrap up and put out. Yeah, so I think this next cycle right here is just about me just being an artist. Yeah, just relaxing, not working so hard and so much.
right.
Yeah, and just tapping in, because a lot of the movies and a lot of the music and stuff that I write and do, the messages are out of here. They're profound. Even listening back from in the 90s, the messages are still relevant right now. So I want to give myself that opportunity.
And speaking of being an artist, you're a rapper or a singer or you make music?
All of it. I
Right.
used to produce. I used to
Okay.
make beats. Yep. I have my MP3.
Mhm.
So I write music. I had a band, a live band where I did neo soul rap type music. Yeah. So I rap.
Dope. Are you having any new songs coming out?
I am. Yes,
Okay.
I am. I have some new songs. I'm going to put some stuff back out that I had out. I kind of let the distribution company that I was with go. And I was hoping to be able to connect with, more melanated record companies and music companies that are on a certain type of frequency. Yeah.
Dope. So let's go back to the healthy lifestyle living.
Okay.
If a person is, having difficulty, because again, this is the beginning of the year. If they see this video, you may have someone who is not on your level of eating plant-based, not on your level of discipline and structure. What advice would you give him or her?
I would say be ready to be ready, right? And find someone that you can connect to that can help you stay on the course. You have to have somebody else to communicate with when you're setting out new ventures, especially something new like that, like changing your diet. That's mental, it's physical. The physical body is a very powerful machine. So, if it likes what it likes, you have to be mentally strong enough to discipline yourself. So find someone, find a community, to assist you in that journey to start it off. Because if it's just you, a lot of times your mind can talk you out of things. Yeah.
So true. So true. How about if someone is looking to get into business, right? Which you have a lot of restaurant businesses, and they don't know how to start. They don't know where to go, what to link, what to look into. What advice would you give him or her?
First of all, I would say entrepreneurship is a spirit, right? And whatever it is that you're going to do or start to begin, make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure that it's natural to you. Make sure that it's a gift to you, because that way no one can take it from you, So if it comes from here, make sure you have enough guts to step up to the plate to do it, because it takes guts to do to set it off, to start, to make it happen and keep it going. You have to, you really have to have guts,
Patience,
and just get your whole self in alignment before you step out and take on the world, in any venture, anything, no matter how big or how small. Align yourself first, in, then out, and make sure that whatever it is, it's a passion of yours.
Would you say that they should look for partnership like how you did, or just do it solo?
Well, actually, I didn't look for partnership. Okay. That kind of came about. I actually, Miramax is a hair, it was a salon equipment store. I actually was getting ready to open the first natural salon in Montclair in 1994 called Illusions. And I had everything. I had my space. I had everything. I was just going to get this furniture at Miramax on Halsey Street. He sold the salon furniture equipment station. So when I went in there, the guy was like, it's something about you. Do you have a business plan? And I was like, yeah, I have a business plan. And he was like, well, I don't believe you. Like, go get it. Right. So he challenged me. So I just went and got it, came back, and he read it. And he was like, don't open up that hair salon. And I was like, what? We had painted, we did everything. So he was like, don't open a hair salon. So I'm thinking my business plan was trash. And he was like, no, come work with me and I'll teach you business. Wow. And I'll make you the best businesswoman. Wow. So imagine that. You about to open, you put all your little coins into this. My brothers helped me paint everything. And all I needed was the equipment. And this man's telling me, don't open the salon to come with him. I don't know him from a can of paint.
And you end up taking his word for it, as opposed to just...
I slept on it, but it was a feeling. I can't describe it. You talk to someone.
So your intuition told you, like, yo, I should go with this man.
Yeah. And it was risky. It was it was a lot of things. So it was just like, you know what? Yeah. Why would this present itself to me like that? And from there, that's where I became who I am right now. I mean, we did we designed hair salons from here to Connecticut to everywhere. We fabricated, we made it in the basement. We had a whole assembly line going down there, fabricating furniture. I learned billing, processing, invoicing, you name it, anything behind the scenes, payroll. I did it all. Yeah. And that it made me a super better businesswoman. And it was still within the hair, business.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. I didn't even know that. So, I mean, I think that's important. So he was like somewhat like your mentor, or...
Yeah, he was an older guy, Harold Easley. Shout out to him.
Shout out. That's dope.
And he took me on board, and he taught me. And I mean, measuring tape, I could do anything. I could spackle, I could paint, I could, so all of it came. So like that inner entrepreneur, he saw that in me.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, he said my business plan, basically because I had a projection. Yeah, I had a projection. I had to be like, I don't know, maybe 21, maybe 21, maybe at the time, 2021, something like that. So so from there, I mean, I was making $250,000 a year. I was doing all right, net, so it was okay. So.
Doing better than most people.
Yeah, back then too. This we talking 1994.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh wow!
1994. Yeah. So from then on, it just been. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So we are at the conclusion of this interview. Beloved, give us any last words of encouragement for the people.
Okay. We are all here to evolve. know that, do that, be that. Everything here is love. Everything here is life. And you are free. You are as free as you allow yourself to be. Peace and love.
All right, family. I am your host, Brother Koisi of DTR 360 Books. This interview is sponsored by DTR Taxes. Hit us up on Instagram at DTR Taxes to get your taxes done for this tax season. All right. I thank you for listening. Remember to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and let's run those numbers up. I love you to life. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, shalom. Islam. Alafia. Peace.
Peace.